Michigan may be in danger as a new report warns that the population is predicted to plummet in the next decade. Good evening, I'm Amaya Kuznicki. Ann is off tonight. The report was released just this month and says we could lose 700,000 people by 2050. News 10's Jordan Burrell joins us in the studio. Jordan, why are people leaving Michigan?
Hi, Amaya. It's not necessarily that simple. Experts say that it's not just people leaving the state for other opportunities, but that there isn't enough to keep people here either. And the age of the population we have now is steadily increasing. And the report predicts that beginning in 2038, the state will have more deaths than births. But not all hope is lost. There are things that the state is doing now that will help.
Since 2020, Michigan was 49th in population growth. So yes, a population's not growing as fast nationally as it once did, but in Michigan, population's going down.
A report released this April predicted by 2050, Michigan's population could decline by nearly 700,000 people. And experts say this could have adverse effects on Michiganders' everyday lives if things don't turn around, and soon.
That's not good for our economy, and it's not good for our representation in Congress either. I mean, this is a real serious challenge that the state needs to deal with.
In the report, it predicts the population will decline beginning in the 2030s. And with nearly 10 years until that happens, there is time to get in front of the problem, and it begins at the brain drain.
Michigan is losing between 5,000 and 6,000 college graduates every year. Maybe as many as 30% of the students who graduate from Michigan colleges are choosing to live elsewhere. So it's not just that we're losing population, we're getting older as a state.
But experts say the state has always known the why. But now the question becomes, what can Michigan do?
We've never made great cities a priority. So we end up with non-competitive cities and we end up where we're at. Now, the second thing that we need to do and can do is we need to be a state that's friendly towards immigrants.
But it's not that Michigan is lacking anything. It's just not appealing to those who don't know anything about the state.
But it's a lack of jobs that these people want. Lack of jobs in new, growing, high-tech industries that maybe are concentrated elsewhere and not in Michigan. Now, if we do that, if we're successful at that, and we get more students to go to college, then we need to have the environment and the incentives to try to keep them here in the state when they graduate.
Programs like Free Community College and the Michigan Achievement Scholarship helps the state build a young talent base and fuel the economy, with hopes that we can build Michigan cities up to be able to retain that talent.